Hey, what is up, everybody? Let's get to the recap real quick. An interesting one for sure. Our lock of the day, Alexa Pokashevsky, ends up not even playing the game. The Thunder ended up suiting 11 guys because you have to at least suit up 11 people. And then they only ended up playing 7 guys. The whole entire game, they only played 7 guys. Pokashevsky doesn't even touch the floor, so we get a push. For the first time ever, my lock of the day was a push, which is frustrating. And let's talk about the hits first. Moses Brown hits early in the fourth quarter. Kyrie Irving hit his threes in the first half. In the first half, he hit his threes. And Andre Drummond and Bam Adebayo, man, where do we start? Bam had 7 boards at the half. Andre Drummond had 7 boards at the half. Bam needed 3 rebounds, or 4. He needed 4 rebounds in the second half. Andre Drummond needed 5. They were both well over halfway. Bam finishes the game with 9 stinking rebounds. He grabs 2 in the entire second half. And Andre Drummond has 3 fouls going into half, fouls immediately 20 seconds into the second half. So he doesn't even touch the floor in the second half until 5 minutes to go left in the fourth quarter. You know how many rebounds he grabs? 4. He literally, if he would have just literally not fouled, he would have crushed his line. And then Bam Adebayo just decided to not rebound in the second half. So that's frustrating. I'm really tired of guys like really getting off to good starts and then just falling apart in the second half. That's kind of what's been happening right lately. Staying away from rebounds, I think, for a little bit. All right, baby, coming out with the lock of the day. Let's get it. Very seldom on this channel do we do superstars as our big time picks, but today we have 2 superstars, big MVP candidates on our slate of picks today. So my best bet of the day is going to be coming from the early game, a Dallas versus Detroit game. Give me a Dallas Mavericks point guard. Give me Luka Doncic, baby. Give me Luka Magic today versus the Detroit Pistons. Luka has only played them one time this season. Has only played the Detroit Pistons one time this season. They only played 2 times a year, so this will be their second matchup. But in his last 3 matchups, 41 points, 30 points, 33 points. The majority of these games, because their matchup from earlier this season was a 116-86 blowout. So it was a blowout. But every time they've played the Mavs, except one time, it has been a blowout. The Mavs have blown them out of the water. But Luka's really good at just getting his stats in the first half. He really is. The other day, if you remember, I said versus Luka and the Lakers, I said he was going to get a solid 20 to 25 in the first half and then finish it out in the second. He did that. So I'm expecting the same thing today versus the Pistons, and it's actually only an 8-point spread in this game. I don't think it's going to be a massive blowout like they're expecting with like the Wizards and the Timberwolves, even though that didn't turn out the other day. But he's crushed his line, or he's gotten his line every single time he's played them in the last 3 matchups, 41, 30, and 33. He's also coming off, Luka's got 6 straight 30-point games, tearing up teams of late. So I'm anticipating him to be able to crush this 30-point line again. So I like Luka Doncic as our bet of the day, our lock of the day, over 29.5 points today versus the Detroit Pistons. Next up, give me another superstar. Give me Kevin Durant, and we're going to go PRA with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant lately has been rebounding the basketball really well, and he's also been passing the ball fantastically of late. Versus the Knicks in his last 3 matchups, Kevin Durant is averaging 48 PRA, so hitting that PRA line quite easily. He's averaging 35, 8, and 5, which is pretty solid lines for Kevin Durant. It's a little bit boosted by the fact that he had a 53-point game in that last matchup. I'm anticipating he's probably not going to drop 50 again tonight, but that would be fantastic. But he has been averaging solid rebounds and solid assists, as well as the fact that he's been rebounding the basketball really well, and he's been passing the ball really well at the forward position for him. Last couple of games, like I said, 7 assists, 3 assists, 11 assists, 9 boards, 7 boards, 7 boards. If he can get into the 25 points range and then get a handful of assists, 6 or 7 assists, and then 8 or 9 rebounds, he's going to crush this line. Only chance in this one is that this one might get out of hand just a little bit, but I don't think it'll get too far out of hand. Yesterday, the Rockets were able to keep it close with Brooklyn. They just kept it within distance enough to keep Kevin Durant and Kyrie on the floor. So I'm anticipating the same kind of thing today versus the Knicks. The Brooklyn hasn't been fantastic as far as blowing teams out. Maybe I'm giving them a little bit too much props lately, making me being scared they're going to blow teams out. They really haven't been lately. So I anticipate this one to stay close. The Knicks play better without Julius Randle. They play much better. So I think this one will be a solid game between the Knicks and the Nets, and I like KD to go over on his PRA of 43.5 today. Next up, we're going back to the man, Thomas Sedoranski, over 6.5 assists. In his 7 starts, he's got it in 6 of his starts, going for 7 assists, 7 assists, 7 assists, 13 assists, 10 assists, 7 assists, and only missing versus the Pistons when he had 6 assists. Absolutely crushing. Well, not necessarily crushing his line, crushing it in some games, but hitting his line in just limited minutes. Really, he only plays about 20 to 25 minutes if he doesn't get into foul trouble. So he really is not on the floor for that long, but man, does he facilitate well when he's on the floor. So I'm liking the chances for Thomas Sedoranski to go over 6.5 assists again today versus the Atlanta Hawks. If the Wizards, I don't know, the Wizards have been playing really good of late. I think they're like 6-2 in their last 8 games. They blew out the Mavs the other day. They blew out the Timberwolves. Sometimes they have really good potential to play really, really good basketball, but sometimes then they get blown out by almost 40 to the Celtics. So they're up and down kind of team. Atlanta's not necessarily the greatest team in the world, so I'm anticipating this game to probably stay close between these two teams. Hopefully Thomas Sedoranski doesn't get any kind of foul trouble. It's the only reason I could stop him from getting these 6.5 assists. So I like Thomas Sedoranski over 6.5 assists today versus the Atlanta Hawks. That's going to be all of my official plays for today, unless something happens between these 3 guys. Those are going to be my official plays. One I do want to throw at you guys is going to be Trey Young under 29.5 points. Yeah, I said under, and I said it under versus the Wizards. He actually historically has not played well against the Wizards, scoring the ball-wise. Only in their last 3 matchups this season, he scored 15, 26, and 25. Not hitting that line in any of those games, so something about the Wizards, something they maybe do defensively, maybe he just doesn't play well against the Wizards. All those kind of things you have to take into a factor when you're looking at matchups and stuff. So I would like to do under on Trey Young, 29.5 points. I'm going to do just 3 plays today. There's not a whole lot. It's going to get complicated with these last couple of days down the season. A lot of teams have nothing to lose, and a lot of teams have everything, so some teams have nothing to play for. Some teams have a little bit left to play for, because some teams are already locked in, right? Like the Atlanta Hawks, they can't do anything better than the play-in, right? So a lot of teams like that, or teams like OKC, or teams like the Kings, teams that are tanking, right? Got to try to stay away from guys like that. Got to stay smart with those kind of picks, as well as like teams like the Cavs or Toronto. Those are teams that are they're on the edge, right? The Jazz, the Nuggets. Those are teams that they're in and out of the play-in, right? They're flipping back and forth. They have to win games to stay out of that play-in. Those are the kind of guys I want to bet on, right? Luka and the Mavs can still make better position. Kevin Durant, they can still make better position. Thomas Sedoranski and the Wizards, obviously they can't do much. They already eliminated, but he's been playing great lately. They haven't done anything different to him, so I'm not going to stress about him too much. But these 2 guys, these are 2 teams that can make upgrades in their current standings and their current position. So these are the guys I'm going to really trust on. And that's how we're going to go these last couple of days. I'm not going to try to force 5 picks, especially with teams tanking. Teams have nothing to play for. So I'm not going to try to mess with guys like that. I'm not going to try to put money on people that aren't going to play hard, So we'll save up a little bit and not make a whole lot of monster picks, and we'll wait till the playoffs, because when the playoffs come, then people start playing hard. Then people put up monster stat lines. So I'm waiting for that kind of stuff, and we can really go in on that kind of stuff. So let's get into our perfect 3 slip. So that means our perfect 3 slip will be our lock of the day of Luka Doncic over 29.5 points, Kevin Durant over 43.5 PRA, and Thomas Sedoranski over 6.5 assists to lock in our perfect 3 slip for today. And with that being said, guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. Like I said, only a 3 slip today. I'm not going to try to force anything with a 5 slip. If I like some plays by the end of the day, because I know they haven't posted anything Suns and Clippers wise, but we'll kind of figure it out by the course of the days. It's most likely going to be the only picks I make today. I do like the Trey Young under on his points today. That'll be one that is worth giving a second look at. But with that being said, guys, it is currently Wednesday, obviously, as you guys know that, which means I'm moving in 3 days. 3 days I will be moving. The way I'm going to work this out, on Friday, I'm going to post a video super early Friday, because I have a lot of stuff I need to do on Friday. So Friday I'll be posting a super early video, and then I'm going to also record the day before. So that night, Friday night, I'm going to record Saturday's video, because Saturday I'll obviously be driving and moving down there, and it's going to take about 13 to 15 hours or so. So Saturday morning I will post. I'll have a scheduled post to go out, and it'll be recorded from Friday night, so I don't miss a day there. So we'll get that all figured out. I'm just going to kind of let you guys know a couple days in advance that I'm getting really close to this move. Once we get over there to Mississippi, we've got a bunch of exciting stuff that we got, that I've got excited, and that I'm excited to tell you guys about with the channel, that we're going to start doing with the channel, and that'll be fun. But just thought I'd let you guys know about that real quick. With that being said, just 3 solid plays today, and let's cash out and let's get some money tonight. Catch you tomorrow. Peace.